What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Tony Mo from Pixabyte, and today I have a sort of special preview for you guys. We're taking a look at Constant C, a puzzle-based platformer developed by International Game Systems. Now, this game is currently available on Desura. You can pick it up for $9.99 for the regular version. There's a demo, and then there's also a $12.99 bundle that comes with the complete 31-song or piece soundtrack that you can pick up. But the main reason in this video is to make you guys aware of Constant C's Greenlight. They are in fact on Steam Greenlight. They're trying to get greenlit. So if you guys like what you see here today, be sure to head over to Greenlight, give these guys a thumbs up, and really help them get on Steam. It's going to help their game get out there, it's going to help their sales, and in general, it's going to help them continue to be able to make pretty neat and interesting games like Constant C here. But let's go ahead, let's hop into this game. You can see right here we play as this sort of little robot dude with this kind of headset thing going on. He's actually a rescue robot. He's been sent to this space station because of signs of distress. Now, I've made it a little bit into the game. This big guy right here is actually the sort of AI core of the space station. And you can see this bubble that is actually around us. This is a time bubble. It turns out that whatever happened at the space station, everything is frozen in time, and the only people that can move through it are myself and the AI here. I can move through it because I have this bubble that allows me to actually make time, go back to a normal pace again. What we're going to do is, you can see, this is essentially the main hub. This is how you access the different levels. So we're going to hit right trigger here. I'm in fact using an Xbox controller. It's recommended. It works very well. And here are the different sections that we've been through. Now, if you see these sort of, I guess you could call them fuses, these are actually these sort of memory crystals that we have to plug into the AI to help him remember. He's been asleep for so long, he doesn't remember what was going on. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to hop into an earlier level. So I can kind of show you guys how the mechanics work that I've gotten so far. So there's a couple main elements that the game has. One is the time circle, which you can see is the circle that's around me. That basically causes time to resume, as I said. And then the other is gravity shifting, which at the moment can only be done using these gravity shifting sort of poles, these stations throughout the level. So if we hit right trigger, we'll shift gravity and we'll fly up in the air like that. Just like that. Now you can see as I grab things like objects that are frozen in time with the circle, they will then become unfrozen and they'll fall to the ground, which allows us to platform and make it up here. So there you go, there's an example of just simple design. But now you can see it's going to get a little bit more advanced. So that now at this moment you have to kind of focus on, okay, what am I going to do? You also have to pay attention to the fact that you are just a tiny robot, and you can smash into the ground and break your little legs. So what we're going to do here is we're going to jump up, we're going to get this block to fall, so therefore we can fall onto the block falls, and we're good to go. We're going to switch it one more time, take a look around. Oh, okay, that's not what we wanted to do just yet. I'm going to make her jump across here. Now we're going to switch this way. And then we're going to switch and have the block fall with us. Look at that. Now, how did I do this before? Okay, yes, we just don't want to get the block in the way. And there you go. Bada boom, bada bing. Now, as you go on, the puzzles will get much more difficult in this game. I'll show you guys a level in a second that definitely amps it up quite a bit. Let's see what we got to do here. Okay, so this sort of treadmill gear thing out over there, you don't want to step on that. It'll cause you some serious harm. So we're going to make this block go down. We'll land on top, and there we go. Covers our descent. And I was just going to say that's not exactly what I wanted to do. I've now broken my legs again. Alright, so I'll show you guys how you solve this one the right way, without any broken robot legs. Now you'll notice the art style in this game. It's just another really good example of a really crisp, clean 2D art style in a Indian indie game. I think it looks fantastic. How did I do this before, man? This is a conundrum. Oh, there's a hole there. Aha! I remember now. The game looks really nice. The music is really, really great. That's why I strongly recommend for a couple bucks more, if you like the music, definitely pick up the soundtrack. It's 31 songs. It's great. The music in this game. It actually reminds me of Gundam Wing a bit. If you guys are Gundam Wing fans, it has that nice piano melody going to it. It's very sci-fi. It reminds me a lot of Gundam Wing. It's just, I don't know, that's probably why I like it so much. Okay, let's see what we got to do for this one here. And the controls are very tight. They work very well with the 360 controller. I definitely recommend playing it that way. It plays very smooth, very quick. If you can play with the keyboard, it plays just as well, but if you got a controller on hand, it's definitely worth plugging it in. The game was definitely built around that. Solve that one real quickly. Now you can see these were the power crystals, these sort of memory crystals up on top, so you would have had to go a little bit further to collect those. Most of the levels can be solved relatively easy. They do get difficult without collecting the power crystals, but when you have to get one of those crystals, it definitely amps up the difficulty quite a bit, I have to say. Okay, so what we want to do here is we're going to make that fall, go down, We're gonna go like this, make our way through that gate. Okay. Oh, I forgot about that one. So we're gonna go like this. That's actually gonna slow our fall so we don't break our legs. And into the next one, just like that. Okay. Oh, this one here. This is another example. If you don't want to break your legs, or you time it just right. We've made it. All right. Now, interesting thing about what this game was developed with, at least to me I find it interesting, it was actually made using XNA, which, if you guys know, is the sort of Microsoft based development platform that they created for people to be able to develop games on the Xbox Live and on Windows. And not a lot. You don't hear a lot of games that are made this well that use XNA. So I think it's really great to see this game actually showing, okay, XNA is a really good development engine, because I mean, clearly this game is just, it's really well made in my opinion. Okay, another thing, you can see the D-pads popping up, kind of slapping me in the face there, telling me to press it. We can actually zoom in and out of the levels. We can also use the right stick to look around the level. So you can pretty much move your guy all the way to the edge of the screen, in fact off the screen, to look at the other pieces of the level to kind of get an idea of what you got to do next. You know, what is the situation, where am I going? But you can see we open these gates to help us slow down our descent in through the portal again. Now, one thing I like about the main character in this game, this rescue robot here, is that he has this sort of kind of weird Wall-E personality going on without talking. If you guys have seen Wall-E, you know what I'm talking about. He's just, I don't know, his facial expressions when he's talking to the AI especially, just something about him. He seems like a bit of a simple AI, but at the same time, you know, he is rather intelligent, and he's kind of constantly thinking in his head, like, what is going on here? This is madness. It's just a small thing I've noticed while playing with him. It's just the small details, the way he blinks, the way he kind of stands, and his facial expressions. It just adds to the character, man. I like that quite a bit. Now, this is a level I have not solved yet. If you guys are looking at this and you can think of a way to solve it in your head, please tell me in the comments below, because I cannot, for the life of me, figure this one out. Because basically, we have to get, I mean, I can figure out how to get to the door, that's no problem, but to get that memory fuse there, I haven't been able to figure it out. I mean, if we stand on this, nothing really happens. If we jump down this way, and we hit this one, we're simply going to fall on it, which we can then make it fall, but at the same time, if we then just try and switch gravity over again like this, it doesn't matter because we're moving that, so there's no way for us to actually, unless I run maybe quickly, I don't know, let's give that a try. I haven't actually figured that one out just quite yet. Let's try this again. Let's try this. Maybe we can do that, maybe we can just run up it like a ramp. Oh no! We've broken our legs again. Alright, let's try that one more time. Now, one thing I should mention, when you get a little bit farther into the game, I haven't got there just yet, you will actually be able to unlock a mobile version of these gravity shifting devices, so you won't actually have to jump to these sort of poles to shift them. You'll be able to shift it on the fly, which is really going to change up the game. And the puzzles also, at that point, get much more difficult. Let's try it. Oh, it didn't work. Alright, you know, we're leaving this level. We're leaving this level. I don't have the confidence. I can't solve it. And there's something I want to show you guys. So let's head back this way. Oh, there we go. And the level design up top of the art style I talked about earlier, they do a really good job of having that sort of desolate, like, messed up space station look to it. I like it quite a bit. Okay, broke our legs again. Okay, we're gonna go select level. We're gonna head back here. Now, this is the cool thing I want to show you guys. Those memory crystals that we actually, memory fuses, whatever you want to call them, that we've actually picked up, we can then view them in the storage device. And they actually show pieces of this story through what the scientists that were originally here talking about the devices that you unlock. For example, this one shows off the gravity control. So if we hop in here, we'll see these two scientists talking about the gravity control device that we were using, and the other scientist, the sort of guy on the right, Scientist A here, the troublemaker, this guy's like, oh, it's you! He just goes ahead clicking things all willy-nilly. And then he also makes the reference that, okay, maybe we should use, you know, a mobile version. He's like, well, why would we do that? So you can go around the space station just making people fly in the air everywhere. And he's like, oh, I would never do that. And as you unlock those different memory fuses, you can view the story from the scientist's perspective that have disappeared in advance. I think that's a really cool, you know, way of revealing sort of a background story. It's, again, it goes with the cool sci-fi, like, kind of concept of telling the story on, you know, a desolate space station through audio logs and video logs. And it's just, man, every sci-fi game needs to have that. I don't care if it's trite and it's overdone. It makes sense, and it makes you know, for a cool storytelling experience in sci-fi. If you're a sci-fi nerd, you like that kind of stuff. But guys, this has been a look at Constant C. It has a vast number of levels. I believe there's 100 plus levels and puzzles to solve. The great atmosphere, everything about this game is just, it's a fun game to play. If you like puzzle platformers, I strongly recommend you check this out. And please guys, be sure to head over to Constant C's Greenlight page. Give them a thumbs up if you like this. Really support them. Help them get on Greenlight. I know the developers would like that very much if they could get Greenlight, get this game going on Steam. It's just going to help them in general be able to continue to make cool games like this and help the sales of this game and also help its exposure. But we'll definitely have a link in the description below for that. So go ahead, click on the link, head over there. And also be sure to check the demo out on Desera for yourself if you want to see what this game is really all about. So maybe you can make more of an educated decision before you head over to Greenlight and support them. But for more awesome indie games like Constant C, be sure to subscribe to us here on Pixabyte. Till next time, it's been Tony Mo, and I'll see you guys somewhere in space.